Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, cornbread. Good morning, junkyard. We got a blizzard up here last night. Boys out in Jersey think they got it bad. We got about 3/4 of an inch. That's enough to shut down Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, Alabama, Florida. So everybody enjoy their day off yesterday. I slept in. I slept into 4:45. The girl wouldn't let me sleep any longer. That's right. Oh, I can imagine cornbread. You ever watch that Josh and Jace on Facebook? They're funnier than hell. And they've been to Michigan. They love Michigan. And they said, I can't believe how people drive in Michigan when it snows. We get one snowflake over there in the UK and we shut everything down. You get 2 feet over there and you say, let's go to the store. That's right. Didn't do too much yesterday. Watched the speech last night. I thought it was a good speech. It was pretty smart of him to, every time he made something, a point that, everybody should be uh, happy with on both sides, and they didn't stand up. I can't believe you, everybody. He shut the school down, yeah. Uh, ouch. They are crazy. Yep. When they're talking about transvestites, they panned over to the trainee that was in the room. I'm glad he just didn't pull a machine gun out of his purse and start shooting. Shut the school down, sent the kids home. Yeah. You hate that talk to text, don't you? The The roofers were here yesterday. They brought a few buckets with them so they could pick up all the stuff that they dropped in the yard. They'll be back either today or tomorrow when the snow's gone with a tarp. They filled all their buckets and they didn't have room for the rest of the stuff. So I don't know how much stuff's left out there, but I guess there's a lot. And man, there's a lot out here since the snow melted. Well, it probably wouldn't have been that much when they tore off the roofs if they'd have cleaned the gutters out. But the gutter guys come here and they just took the gutters off and dumped them upside down. So. Gutless, that's right. So. And they remounted my hose reel that was on the house. When they took the satellite dish off, they said they handed it down, but somehow my hose reel, which was directly under the satellite dish on the wall of the house, got knocked off and was laying on the ground. Just saying. So they come over and remounted it. They broke two of the brackets off, so I don't know how they mounted it back up there, but morning, Dan. Sarah got 3. Well, I see they're offering $1 million for the return. Oh, I have no idea. I see they're offering $1 million for the return of their mother. No, I guess dead or alive. So they just want her back so they can have closure. She'll come back as soon as she comes off that beach over there in Jamaica or whatever with the pool boy. Probably should have started there. You're right. Excuse me. I have a splitting headache. Woke up this morning at 3 o'clock, and the girl, she was laying right across my chest, and she looked comfortable. Now, when I went to bed, she was laying there on the floor. She didn't want to get up on top. So, I don't know what time she got up there, but I have to powder real quick. Yep. They got out a few medals, didn't they? One guy was going to be 100 July 4th, and the other guy is 100. I see the last surviving soldier that was on the Oklahoma passed away the other day when it was attacked. So all right there, Cornbread, you have a good time. Duty calls. You know what he should have said last night when Omar kept yelling from the seat? He should have told her, don't worry, Omar, you're going back home too. That's what he should have said. I see they threw out, I told you, you asked who was going to be the first one to start, Mr. Junkyard, and I told you it'd be Al. Al didn't even make it to the speech. He got thrown out before the speech. They did. They got him early. I think everyone that boycotted the State of the Union address ought to lose their seat in the Senate and in the House. That is part of their political duty, and they didn't do it. They need to get back to the old ways, where they respected the presidency, no matter who it was. You know, you may not agree with them, but you respect the presidency, the office. And quite frankly, they don't do it no more. I didn't see AOC. Was she there, or did she boycott? I seen that pig from Michigan was there, Tlaib. Was she tipping a bottle, or was she almost comatose? Hank Thomas, or Johnson, Hank Johnson, he was there sleeping, and they woke up, and Kathy said, "Who's he?" And I said exactly who he is. I said, "You know how stupid he is? He thought if you put a bunch of servicemen on Guam, that the island would tip over." She done had the bottle? Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Well, that's good. Gonna be a cop. Now, just think. She does that for 20 years, okay? She retires at the age of 38, goes into the real world and becomes a cop in the real world and does that for 20. Retires at the age of 58. She'll have 2 retirements plus Social Security. Yeah, retired at 39. Yeah, go into politics. Yeah. There you go. Well, by then, um, she'd make well over 100 grand a year being a cop. But I'm looking at it as a pension, you know. There you go. You know, come home and put the cuffs on you. She could probably go up to Indiana and put the cuffs on her uncle for being obnoxious and rude to his sisters. You know, keeping them captive like that, caged, you know, against her will. Oh, yeah. You don't want to live long. You become a cop in, you know, a big city. Uh, she could become a cop in Oklahoma, and then she could start pulling junkyard over and giving them tickets. Anything to help your career out. Yeah. They used to have a book on speed traps in United States. In Blissfield, Michigan, was in it. They used to have a building on Main Street, and the building was situated in such a manner that you couldn't see anything near that building until you got right past it. And that's where the cop would sit. They would leave their car like 6 inches behind the building line, the front of it. And you couldn't see it from either direction, coming east or west, and they would wait. I had one of them cops, the chief of police, called my boss when I was working for the trucking company down there from Blissfield. Called my boss and said they just, how can I put it? They just did they were following me, and I was doing 40 mile an hour through town. And they called. They wanted me to slow down. So I told my boss, I said, that's bullshit. He said, well, they're not giving you a ticket. I said, that's the reason why it's bullshit. I said, Blissfield is a speed trap. If I'd have been doing 40 through town, you can guarantee they'd have had an officer pulling me over before I got out of town. He said, it's that bad? I said, yeah. So that's one thing you don't do is speed through Blissfield. I don't do it now, never have, because I know what a speed trap it is. Shots, everybody, shots. 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 It's 4-Shot Wednesday, water glass. You're going to George Thorogood it today there, Junkyard. I drink alone. Well, by myself. You know, when I drink alone, I prefer to be by myself. Yeah, your drinking buddy left you high and dry again.
Whatever.
Did you sing good last night at the concert?
Yeah.
I'm a little teapot, big and strong. You like them peppers, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Last
Hey,
night.
you like my hair?
Yeah, I like your hair.
What'd you do? I have my bangs. I'm doing more tonight. I'm doing a peekaboo. What's that? Underneath. Pink.
No, you're not a Democrat.
My bangs are already pink.
You're not either.
That's what I do. I'd ruin my hair.
Yeah.
Keep doing that.
No, I dyed my hair without Mama.
Yeah, right.
And then she found out. Because Ariel just snitched.
Yeah. Whatever.
Where's the bus?
Don't ask me to fix it.
Where's the bus?
It's on the road.
The road.
I went and fed the kitty this morning. I went to bring the bag over here to put her cat food in her dish, and I dropped the damn thing. Had kitty food all over the place.
Did you pick it up?
Most I could, yeah. I got the 99% of the majority picked up. Did you say hi, Junkyard?
Hi, Junkyard.
He looks forward to that. He'll say, hi, good Gretchen. See? Good morning, good Gretchen. You might as well take you a couple more for the road.
No,
Talking about the
no.
peppers. And crunching. How many more grandkids do you want?
It isn't time.
It's right by Croswell. You know how close Croswell is?
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's going over to Ormsby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know where it's how it goes.
Did
Yeah, I
you say?
love you.
Did you say goodbye, Junkyard?
Bye, Junkyard. Love you, Nana.
I love you too.
I love you too. Have a good day at school.
I love you.
Make sure you lead with the right. It's self-defense Wednesday at school.
Pajamas.
Huh?
Pajamas and a sweatshirt.
Yeah. When I was a kid, you never would have thought to go to school in pajamas.
I should go out over there.
Well, thank you, baby. She made me breakfast last night or yesterday morning. Scrambled eggs, sausage gravy, and toast, and hash browns. It was delicious. A breakfast fit for a king, served by a queen. Thank you. What are you doing over there in the corner, Pumpkin? Huh? What are you doing? Now you're going to look out the window. This thing on? So did anybody else besides me and Junkyard watch the speech last night? Kathy said it was a good speech.
Okay.
Democrats, they didn't though. Like I said, for all the ones that skipped it, the politicians that skipped it, I think they had to lose their seat. You know, when you're elected to do your elected duties, you do your elected duties. These people think because when they get elected, they don't have to listen to the people no more. And that's the problem. They get elected and then they think they're above everybody. But yet, when it comes to being reelected, they come out and shake your hand, you know, kiss your ass until they get elected again. And then they don't have nothing to do with you. And that works on both sides, not just the Democrats, but it's on both sides. They forgot what their job was. They're a civil servant. I'm an elected civil servant. That's all they are. They forgot who they work for. And Joe Biden's a big one to prove it. Remember when he was up in Detroit and said, I don't work for you? Right there. He proved it. He don't work for the citizens.
I think they act like children.
They did. They did act like children. Hell, I don't even know if anybody's here or not. Nobody's said a thing in 8 minutes, but yeah, says I'm on. Yeah. Junkyard must have fell asleep. He was the only one talking. Either that or he's making coffee. Huh? No. I have commercials, though. I'm making money. You're here? I was just wondering if anybody was here or not. It says there's 7 people here, but ain't nobody talking. I don't know. I didn't know if you fell asleep or, you know, did a coffee run or Mother Nature called or you left Dodge. Hell, I don't know. Oh. I'm thinking about doing my live streams topless. That way you draw a bigger crowd. Huh? Well, I am going to do them topless. Take my hat off, see? Look at that, topless. for the back then. I am going to shave this all off today. Mustache, beard, everything.
You're standing by yourself.
It's bothering me. I got to get it cleaned off and then start again. Okay. Do you mind? Come on. He probably is the oldest to get a Medal of Honor. Because the other one didn't get a Medal of Honor. What did he get? Was it the Medal of Valor? I can't remember. Yeah. But what did the other one, the first gentleman that was almost 100? They pinned his on. I think that was Medal of Valor. And then the two that National Guardsmen that got shot at, one got killed. They got Purple Hearts. I thought it was going to be like Oprah. You get a medal, you get a medal, you get a medal, you get a medal, you get a medal. Yeah. They gave away enough of them, didn't they? Yeah. Excuse me. I'm gonna have to powder again. I don't know why I'm sneezing, but on mute, huh? Sorry. I was just saying, I wonder how they were going to get the hockey players home from Washington, D.C., if they were flying them out, or, and they should have, you hear me now? Yeah. And then they should have had the men's hockey team there too, because they won gold. But I guess both of them are going to the White House. They should have the Chinese girl that won the gold medal for skating. They should have her go to the White House too. You know, but she won the medal for China. They should have her go to the White House, so Border Patrol could deport her and revoke her citizenship and send her to China. That's what they ought to do to that one. I consider that being a traitor. If you did it to any other country, they would probably shoot you. Now, if there was a Chinese national that wanted to skate for, you know, the United States, you can bet he would have been shot or she would have been shot. Same way with Russia and most likely any communist state. Yeah, she can go to Stalwell's office. Fart boy. What are we doing, pumpkin? Come on. Come here. Come on. Get up here. Come on. Oh. I know. I know. Nobody loves a kitty kitty. Papa does though. Yeah. You see old Chuck Schumer there? I didn't see Mitch McConnell there, though. That's probably because, you know, it was 4 or 5 hours past his bedtime, and he wouldn't have understood a thing they said anyways. I think that guy's worse off than Biden is. I see Adam Schiff didn't go either. You're drunk in public. That's right. Oh, the kitty, yeah. And that's another thing they ought to do. No other place in the world, unless you're a CEO of a company or whatever, can you drink on the job. So there ought to be no alcohol in any government building, any federal building. They ought to make that a stipulation. I don't know why they don't. There's no smoking in them, but I bet you can smoke a cigar or whatever if you want in, you know, your office in the federal buildings, but you can't anyplace else. Right? I seen that. I didn't see no teleprompter anywhere. When he said something about that transgender, though, I thought he was going to open his purse up and shoot him, but, you know, pull out a gun and shoot him, but, you know, because that's how transgenders act. Is that right, Pumpkin? Yeah. Mentally ill bastard, yeah. You don't do that, no. I didn't call you a transgender. Really? Really? Well, welcome back, Cornbread. Did you get your walk in and your duties done? Was Miss Tenny Shoes watching me in the bedroom? I know she was. Back from duty, that's right. Huh. No, she wasn't. Yeah, she was. She just don't want everybody to know. No. No. Yes, sir. Yeah. Kitty, she's just loving this. You know, she loves this when I do this and stuff, but when Kathy is at her computer and she's there, she's all Kathy's. Kathy will get up and she'll follow her all around. Well, because you love your Nana, don't you? Yeah. No. She's a good girl. During the daytime. At night, she'll hop on the bed and Kathy will sit there and, you know, try to get her to go up to her. She won't. I throw my blanket on and it's all Papa. She needs to get her snuggles in. Oh, huh. All right, everybody. Time for me to get out of here. Kitty says it's time to go. Y'all have a great day. God bless and peace. And we will see you tomorrow, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard, if you're so inclined to join me. Y'all have a blessed day. And stay safe. Stay warm. Stay dry. Stay cool if you have to, but stay yourself. Take care.